Throughout the galactic community, stories of mighty warriors are spread with reverence and respect. Zuul for his incredible strength and resilience, Dokal for his great speed, and Shiva for her unmatched accuracy. There's only one that sends fear and terror, though. A human strategist, Kevin. The most recent war brought this name to infamy. The War of the Humans and the Volfjord had lasted for a few galactic months before the human Christmas holiday came around. Through a series of poor planning, accidents, and a bug in the scheduling, the UTS McAllister was left with one sole soldier on board. Kevin was beyond shocked at this discovery when he woke up a week before Christmas. He went to the bridge and discovered an incoming message from a Volfjord ship telling him to surrender. Otherwise, they'd be boarding within one standard galactic day, around 32 Earth hours. Kevin kept his calm and began his mission to defend the ship to the best of his abilities. The Volfjord boarded, as they said they would. Entering the airlock, they were greeted by auto-defense turrets inside, shredding the first 5 of the insectoid sapiens. The rest fired and took out the remaining turrets and continued to scour the ship for intel and captives. From down the hall, they spotted a young blonde human yelling insults and profanities at them. "Hey! Come and get me, you overgrown cockroach dipshits!" He then darted away before they could open fire. Half of the party pursued, only to get their long pointy legs caught in drilled holes in the floor. This caused them to break off with their momentum. Cries of pain were heard, but they continued to move after their quarry, using the rest of their appendages to carry them forward. They followed the taunting and into the mess hall, where they met a sticky substance all over the walls and floor. Soon after, being scorched with a modified oven to shoot flames. Some were saved, as the glue melted and freed them before their insides were melted. The other half of the boarding party made their way to the bridge, where they met even more traps. Paint cans swung from the ceiling, cracking their carapace. A whole deck floor removed and covered in a tarp to send them to a spiky grave, and a brick launched at them with a grab plate. No one to this day knows where he even found a brick. The buttons on the command console were covered in tacks that sent a few reeling, and they slowly passed out from them being coated in some toxin. Giving up, the rest made their way back to the airlock, though it was no more or less treacherous. The few remaining in the mess hall decided for one last push, only to find death in an elaborate grav plate in an airlock. Finally, one remained. Broken and scarred, and missing limbs, he was the sole survivor. As he hastily shut the airlock, he saw Kevin smirking at him through the window. All he did was simply say, "Keep the change, you filthy animal." The war ended the next day. The records from the Volfjord and the ship were quickly spread throughout the wider galaxy. Thus, Kevin, of the UTS McAllister, became known and feared.